Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Start a, come on, start a riot.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Can I still start the long-term project of love potion for goats? Like inventing that? I think it would be an arcane.
Yeah. Steve, we're starting.
We started! Right. Woo. I was just drawing a picture of our van.
No, I just mean in case you've not
goats.
got all your stuff recording.
All my ducks are in a row.
Okay, sound. So we're back and we're actually doing more downtime. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
Yes,
can
I'm
invent
here.
something.
Can't do enough downtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So let's run through the creation questions.
Yes.
What type of creation is it and what does it do?
It is an arcane creation that makes goats horny. Or fall in love. Let's say makes goats fall in love.
I'll
Yeah.
put arcane goat Viagra down, but
It's oxytocin for goats, not Viagra. That's a different thing.
OXYT. There we go. Okay, and you said it's arcane.
Yeah, I feel like that
Sound.
makes sense with love potions.
Yeah, well, it could also be alchemical, but if
Yeah.
you don't get a bonus to any of them, then
I don't
doesn't really
think
matter.
I do.
no,
No.
you've not got alchemist or artificer or the arcane one.
Yeah.
Right. The player asks, what's the minimum quality of this item? Oh, gold. I'll work that out. Well, you...
Yeah, I'm not gonna invent it today anyway. Like I'm just gonna get it started.
Alright. What rare, strange, or adverse aspect to this formula design has kept it in obscurity and out of common usage?
Well, not that many people need to make goats fall in love. I mean, I guess it's a whole thing. I bet they've, like, I bet some very specific people have tried, but I feel like not everyone benefits from this. Because not everyone wants to breed goats.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but there are people who want to breed goats, I think, in the city. So
Yeah, but
what is it
common
about it?
usage. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
read
guess so.
common as in everyone, like, sure, some high-end goat fabrics,
Farmers.
farmers, companies might use that, but not your average.
Yeah,
person.
but what could be more
Maybe.
interesting is what about it is rare, strange, or dangerous is really what
Maybe one of the
I
ingredients.
wanna know. I mean, if it's
is-
arcane, it's going to be strange. But is there something specific and interesting that's like makes it dangerous?
I mean, I bet there are, like, weird side effects if you give it to non-goats.
Yeah. Weird side effects.
Yeah.
I mean, for an example, one of my players had a ritual to summon a cosmic horror, and one of the things that made it difficult was they needed a fresh human heart for it, so they had to like always have a few on standby.
Fair enough, but I do think goat Viagra is, like, less OP
Extreme,
than,
yeah.
Like, yeah, I
Sure.
feel like we might not need a human sacrifice.
If it's ghost related, that usually comes back to like electroplasm and Leviathan blood, or even just like ghost essences maybe are needed, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, which
Tell you what.
question are we talking about? What
It's the
drawback
third
is it?
one. What
the
rare,
first-
strange, or adverse aspect of this formula or design is kept in obscurity and out of common usage?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe every now and then a goat reacts to it very poorly.
Ooh, or maybe sometimes the goats that
The
are
goat
like
gets
born.
double horny.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and is uncontrollably horny for days and days and days, and that.
or maybe
Sorry,
like
what?
every.
Were you going to say something more sensible?
No. I was gonna suggest that like every fourth goat child is born severely disfigured, which I think is
Ooh.
worse in a way. So
Ooh, I heard
maybe
demonic
not.
goat
awesome.
children,
They'll,
so I'm
they'll have
writing that
like
down.
human hands or something.
Yeah.
Funky hands or
Some of them, or
like a
like.
fishtail or some gills or something.
But I bet we can use that, or like at least some of them. Like one that just gets born with an extra pair of legs is probably pretty good at goat
faster.
racing. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's a feature.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll take
You'd
that
be
one. That one
lucky.
sounds brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you ask, what drawbacks does this item have, if any? That's under drawbacks. Yeah, I might have to think about this. But we'll start a clock. Oh, unreliable. We've already built that one in. So unreliable is a drawback because it occasionally makes a horrific monster goat. Baby, you know.
Yeah.
It's not complex. It is consumable, but maybe consumable's the one.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, so there's your drawbacks.
But please, like you can. I think you can then also decide how many doses I make with one.
Oh yeah, it'll be more than one dose per batch for sure.
That's good.
I just need to. I need to look at the other crafting examples and match it up. But we can get the clock set up, which is to research the formula. So that'll be an 8 segments progress clock. Luckily, I didn't have to work that one out. So that's just to research it. It's not to, and then you have to craft it afterwards, which might
Yeah.
also be a clock.
No, I think crafting isn't a clock, but it takes up my downtime, and I can just
Yeah,
fail.
maybe.
I think so.
So do you get 2 to put in this straight away?
Yes.
Because of your ability. So
I
we'll
think
do that.
so. I'd read it like that, but if you say no, then
What do you want to call it?
I mean, goat. What did you say? It's not Viagra, but
Oxytocin.
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 yeah, I think that
See.
sums it up pretty well.
Nice. I mean, it's not an aid for erectile dysfunction in goats, is it? It's a love
No, no.
potion. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Love potion number 9.
You do have to do a downtime activity to start it off. That's the other thing.
Ah, okay. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm gonna either spend rep or the coin in.
I'll
our-
fund that.
Okay, thank you.
No worries, I'll take it out of the stash.
Mhm.
No, I will actually use my own money for this.
I would say maybe using a rep's a good idea. Because how many would you need to level up? Like 4? So that'd be like a tier 2, a target that's tier 2, which is most of them. So
Ah,
but it's up to you, really. Both's good.
Should we take a rep then?
yeah, I mean, I think we do need coins in order to actually level up. So yeah, let me take a rep.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Okay, and then do a study roll to see how your initial investigation went as well.
Ooh. Probably not great, but luckily it doesn't have to.
Up here. I'll help you, Rodney.
Ooh. It's a
Does
nice
You're
enough.
Uncle Albert help
revising.
with studying
Yeah.
a new formula?
Yeah. I'll hold the
Yeah.
light so you can read the books.
Yeah, you know, Uncle, can you like give me the book on like goat erectile dysfunction? Yeah, that one exactly. Thank you. Yeah, it has great pictures,
done.
right? Ooh, it's actually pretty good.
Oh right, you got a 5, so I can
Nice.
tick that another 2 times. So you're halfway to
Nice.
discovering this invention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I mean, none of this is what I was expecting from this session, so I'm glad it's here.
We need a score.
Sorry.
Right. We need a score. So we
Yeah.
have leads. You have the Jaffa's turf is laid bare for you to make a move on, if you so wish. You got a possible meeting with the Wraith's boss, which doesn't necessarily have to start as a score. Or he at least thinks you're pretty cool. And then you've got all your allies you can maybe get a job off, and all your enemies that you could interfere with. Full disclosure, I've got nothing planned for you, so you can't find whatever I've got, because I've not got anything. I've got nothing.
Well, we definitely need to make some money, don't we? Because I'm out of money now.
Yeah,
Completely.
same.
Yeah. Whatever you do, I'll find a way to make it pay you.
All right.
Could we,
Um,
given that we've scouted all of the Jaffa's turf, is there any way, and this is just thinking off the top of my head, we could appropriate some of their turf and turn it into
Oops, I'm very sorry.
it's all right.
Um,
Appropriate some of their turf
internet
and
hiccup? I don't know.
you're back, and turn it into a
yeah.
car boot sale, bring and buy sale, and make some money that way.
You can absolutely take some Jaffa's turf if that's what you want to do. I would suggest having a look on the Trotters sheet and looking at the various things you can take over, and then I'll just say it's whatever is the thing that you want that the Jaffas
Alright.
have already.
Could it be the
So
luxury
we have to take-
venue?
Ooh,
What's
a luxury venue for the car boot sale.
Well, that's just kind of, or
Uh,
maybe we make it into a, I don't know, I kind of would like a luxury venue, somewhere to wine and dine people. It might not be luxury at the moment, and we need to sort of make it it's a bit of a fixer-upper. And
Is that going to be the Cheltenham of the goat?
exactly, yeah.
We
yeah.
get a nice goat track and have season ticket boxes and stuff. People
Absolutely.
can pay to have the VIP areas and that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we could make money by hosting an inaugural event.
Yeah. Open and
Cool.
do.
I mean, a lot of things are gonna like go on to make persistent coin. I always think that you get paid at the beginning for like the initial investment paying off, and then it's kind of just there in the background for when you do a score that doesn't pay anything. It's like removing roadblocks, and you get all the money that you would have got from your crew just bumbling along with all the background stuff.
Fair
So,
enough.
right, yeah, if that's what you want to do, we can do it. A luxury venue owned by the Jaffas, which I do not know. So
So-
maybe
Is it really a thing we can just steal territory?
you
Okay.
can take it over, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
especially since as you've done a downtime activity to scout it all out. I
Okay.
mean,
Nice.
you got them at a disadvantage, really.
Yeah, so trying to look for one, we're trying to target a place where we know they are a bit weak.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I'll give you a definite bonus to the engagement roll because you've scouted this all out in advance.
Boom, shaka.
That seems
Yeah.
only fair.
Long-term projects.
Yeah. Maybe each give me like a rumour that your character's heard about this bit of turf, and then I'll try and mad lib it together into an actual place. Failing that, it's going to be random. Yeah, something interesting about it.
Heard that previously it was the equivalent of Battersea Dog's Home for goats.
Oh, nice, like the power station.
Yeah. It's been repurposed.
Yeah, so an old like factory that's been turned into a dog's home and is now the Jaffa's turf. Yeah, that's great. Big things.
Yeah.
Sounds luxurious.
It will be by the time we finish with it.
It will be. Yeah.
I don't know if this would be helpful or useful, but what if we heard a rumour that the Jaffas poached it off of, like, you know, like the Dimmer sisters who we're really friendly with in the first place?
Poached off the Dimmer sisters. That's something I can work with.
Better than the Battersea Goat's home.
No, I'm going to use both.
Oh, I like that as well, yeah.
One from Eve as well, and then I'll just try and mash it all together into a place.
Usable.
So I've got vaguely what the building looks like, the history of the building, which means I know what problems might be lurking there a little bit, because I know what the Dimmer sisters are up to. So what's left really? Anything interesting about it, or maybe like what the Jaffas are using it for now, or.
I mean, I think that's something I scouted, right? Like, I think I specifically scouted it as the thing where they store their second-hand vehicles.
Sure, that makes sense.
Which isn't very cool, but
that is cool, yeah.
It's fine. I mean, if anyone's got any other weird things they reckon his place has, then I'll take it. If not, I can just roll the rest of it.
I mean, it's probably not only storage for their second-hand vehicles, but also for all the equipment they use to tinker with it, and some of that might not be, you know, legal or... Basically, I've heard some rumors that they fix up some cars really poorly there, and...
Yeah.
Could this building have an external glass elevator?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Because they're cool.
External glass elevator.
Yeah. Runs up the outside of the building.
Yeah, I heard a rumor it has that.
Yeah. Rumours have a habit of coming true. Where's my building table? There we go. Right, I'll just smash out a load of dice. If you want to do any information gathering, that is something you can do.
Okay.
So have a think about that while I'm flapping around with dice. 8.
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why we wouldn't want information.
Yeah, I could take my mangy cat and survey the area.
Pizzow, that's a building. Oh, don't read it out loud as you're writing it down. I've got a bad habit of doing that. It's 1 and 4. Interesting.
So you're going to do a bit of a survey. I could come and help you if you like. Just in case we meet anybody untoward, but we want to keep it on the...
on the slide, on the quiet.
On the old champignon.
Yeah.
Great. What are you looking for specifically in this survey?
I'd really like to know...
Well...
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, who's there? Is there like... This is, you know, the Jaffa's place. We want to see if they're like... You know, what's their security like? You know, anything there that we can use to our advantage. We watch the glass elevator go up and down and see how many guys are in it and stuff.
Well, yeah, do me a roll. You don't need position effects. This is for gathering information, so it's just kind of whatever you see.
That's one from Dale. Pass me those binoculars, Dale.
All right.
5.
One sec, I'm just finishing this up.
Right.
What did I get? I think I might have got all these details from all the rumours you've given me, which is nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't need any of this shit.
Mm.
I could maybe roll a street instead. That could be interesting. So, yeah, it's big old ex-factory, also ex-dog orphanage. It's like big old chimneys. There's no like smoke coming out of them, so it's not like a running factory, but it does have the Battersea Dog's Home big old power station chimneys, and yeah, this glass elevator. And the Jaffas are tier 2, so that means if they've got like a cohort guard in it, it's going to be around like 12 guards, like hanging around, along with whoever they've got like bodging together all the carts. They've got like some big garage doors to get the carts in and out, and it's weird sparking coming from some of the windows, for sure.
Okay. And this was previously the Dimmer Sisters' turf.
Yes, and what you know about the Dimmer Sisters is they are very into the arcane. This would just be common knowledge to you, because the Dimmer Sisters really like you. Because you're friends with the Magistrate, and they're best friends with the Magistrate, so they like you by association.
Nice.
And they're known as housebound recluses, but they're very into like ghosts and demons and arcane artifacts and rituals and all sorts of stuff like that. So if they used to use it, there could be something along those lines in there.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm sure they'd be happy if we returned whatever it is that's in there to them.
Yeah, that's what I think. Lovely girls, I've heard.
Don't get out much.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'll have to take them round a box of chocolates or something.
You're so thoughtful.
Yeah, they love a bit of shortbread.
Yeah.
So thoughtful, Uncle Albert.
All right.
With the ladies.
So,
Rodders could learn a thing or two from you, you know.
well, at this point, because this sounds roughly like planning going on, we could go into engagement if you know the answer to the questions.
Righto.
The questions. So everyone can remember it. If you go to the compendium, type engagement in, go to one of them. Planning and AMP engagement.
Right.
And we got the
Which
list.
of them do we want to do? Yeah.
We got assault, like just kicking a door and shooting some guns. We got deception, luring, tricking or manipulating. Stealth, where you're going to sneak in initially. Occult, engage in a supernatural power. Social, negotiate, bargain or persuade. Or transport, carrying cargo or people through danger. And then you need to have the detail that comes after it. And then we're ready to go.
I think
What are we specifically trying to do?
I think we're going to deceive them out of their turf.
Yeah. Tell them. We'll get our friend with who's condemned our flat to put in a word there and say that's condemned and they've got to get out or whatever.
Ooh.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Some paperwork.
Oh boy, don't
Well,
make things easy. We can do it though. So you got your magistrate friend. Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roland.
Roland. He's got a D, a new D at the end of his name.
Yeah.
And you're serving. Is it serving? Turning up with a condemnation of the building.
Yeah, serving a writ.
Yeah, writ,
it's all
yeah.
being condemned. We're health and safety inspectors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this could work to take it over. I think they'd find out later on that it was you after you start using it for your own purposes, mine. So that's like reputation and all damage.
Fair enough.
But
I think we can bring like subterfuge supplies and have some documents ready to be like, yes, look at this. This says we are professionals. And yeah.
ooh, yes. So what tier are you again? Tier 0, and you're
Yeah.
0, yeah.
You definitely got a tier 0 document when you turn up, which may not help.
Oh wait,
as much as...
first of all, load. We have to discuss load, right?
Yep, I always forget that. So yeah, what load do you want to take?
Normal, probably, for me. Normal.
Yeah, I'll take normal.
I think I'd also take normal because I do kind of expect this to go south.
What?
Oh, I hope
What with me?
so. You never know though.
True.
So we all pick normal. Roland, what is helping you out with this deception?
Should I cross subterfuge supplies of my list?
Not yet, no. We'll see how this goes, I think.
Okay.
So, let's go through the questions first while I'll work this out. So, start with 1 dice. Let's do some pluses and minuses.
Woohoo!
Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Yeah.
Yeah, they're tier 2. We're nobody.
They're
and
tier
we're going
2,
to
yeah.
blag them out of a luxury venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Many
I don't think
factors.
so.
Many factors.
That's a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you say yes to this one.
Many factors are not involved.
Yeah. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Is this a good thing or a bad
Yeah.
thing?
This is a good thing.
Good, right?
Yeah, and I do
It
think...
does. Isn't this why we came to take it over? Because it was weak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
I'm
also...
gonna add that. I'm gonna add that on later, I think, as an
Alright.
extra. But I'm not sure this is hitting them where they're weakest.
I mean, they were the weakest, but we did very carefully plan. Yeah, this is
Scout it all out, yeah.
where they store their stuff. Like this, they are salespeople, and we are going to take over their supplies.
I'm not convinced with
No.
that one. Your characters always plan things carefully, though. That's the thing. They've always thought of the best way of doing it.
Okay, wait, but they are second-hand goat cards dealers, and we found out that this is where they store their second-hand goat cards. What are they gonna do without their second-hand goat cards?
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
they are vulnerable there, but I think that might just mean they've got more guards, if you put it that way. I'm going to give you one for your project, though. I'm just going to do it later on.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Do they have particular defences or special preparations? I don't think they've got anything special. It's just a warehouse for them, really. Can
They
any
don't
of your
expect
friends...
us, do they?
No, but I would imagine they've got an idea who you are, seeing as they don't like you. That's what also makes it... I mean, maybe the grunts don't, but...
I mean, I do think they wouldn't expect us to just walk in here because this is kind of stupid, but
Yeah.
they do
Brilliant
probably
idea.
know who we are.
Anyway, so I'll leave that one. Moving on. Can any friends or contacts provide aid or insight? Yes, you've
Yes.
got magistrate friend
Magistrate,
and dimmer
yeah.
sisters, so that's
Yeah.
definitely a +1. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? What are Jaffas? I don't think that really counts. I don't think anyone else cares. So no. Any other elements you want to consider? Yeah, one well thought out long-term project to
And then,
expose them.
Yeah.
They are higher tier though, so I'll take 1 off. And that leaves us with 3 dice. That's quite a lot for an engagement roll. This
Not
should
too
go swimmingly.
bad.
Who's feeling lucky?
I don't. I haven't had great rolls.
Alright,
Oh,
before
Dale,
we
you're the
roll
sort
this,
of the
All right, sort
Voice of
of,
woman.
Trying to think of the
sort of the
first
leader.
problem.
Okay, hang on, I got
Hang on.
wake my mouse up. Sorry.
I was just trying to think what the first obstacle was because I'm supposed to know that before you roll it.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
No, fuck it, that's good. Let's just do it and I'll blag it.
Okay. 6.
6, perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
So, exceptional results. You've already overcome the first obstacle and you're in a control position for what's next. I think
Getting
when you
past the
turn up...
doorman.
Oh no, good results. Sorry, I was reading critical then. You're in a controlled position when the action starts. The doorman is literally like a work experience student. He's like brand new. He's got no idea what's going on.
First day.
They just put him on the gate and he is totally overwhelmed when
Yeah.
Del Boy
Yeah.
starts with his shtick. So you got a nice controlled position to deal with the first problem of getting this guy to let you in.
And we're in long brown coats. Yeah, you know, like the episode where they go in to replace the chandeliers. We're in.
Right, yeah.
So we're like workmen, long brown coats, clipboards, badges, homemade badges, but nevertheless badges.
Sure. And this guy's so his work experience is completely flustered. He's like, I don't think you can come in here.
Just sign here, son.
I'm not sure I should be doing it. Maybe I should get my supervisor.
Leave Tracy out of this. She already knows she's cleared it.
Alright, so let's do the first roll then. It's like traditional for Del Boy to start off a score with a sway roll, I've noticed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna back him up. You're doing all right, son, to the kid. Don't you worry. He knows what he's doing. He's a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah,
that's-
he's like, we're like, and I just stand there like menacingly in my brown coat
Mhm.
Yeah.
and look very
So-
important.
Stay on the job, son. Doing
Who's taking
great.
the stress to assist with this, unless you're literally doing this as a group sway where you're all just dogpiling this poor guy?
I think that's a bad idea.
No, I'm just assisting Dal, right? For a.
Alright, you're
An
gonna
assist
assist,
dice.
so
Should I also do
Uh,
that? I'm not super low on stress.
No, because then it's a
unfortunately.
group roll.
Okay.
yeah, you can only get one assist before it
Oh, yeah,
turns
true.
into something else.
Yeah. Okay, so.
You could push yourself if you want another dice,
No.
or I could think of a devil's bargain, which I don't think I will, because this guy is totally out of his depth. So, because it's controlled, if something goes wrong, you'll get a chance to like step back and try another approach
Fair enough.
if it goes badly.
And
Right.
the effect is.
That's standard.
Wait, oh,
If you win, if you do this, it'll let you in.
good news.
Nice.
6.
Holy shit!
6.
Hell yeah.
It's number
Wow.
of the beast.
Crits.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
This poor little
Wowzers.
guy at the front of the thing just kind of, he can't take this. He's not cut out for the criminal life at all. And I think he just gets so stressed out, he just runs off in tears. It's like, "Bah!" and just legs out the door,
Oh.
leaving it completely like unguarded.
Nice boy, I
There you
thought.
get.
Lovely boy.
Yeah, lovely lad. Lovely lad. He'll go far. By the looks of
And,
him running.
You think he'll be alright? He seemed a little
We'll
upset.
catch up with him later and we'll get him a drink in the pub.
Hear him in the background going, no, I don't want to. And because it's a crit as well, you get like something a little extra.
Something,
I mean,
yeah.
he's gone. Maybe he's just dropped his big ring of keys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just scoop him up. And, oh, Kushti.
Yeah.
Kushti.
Nice.
Stick him in the old side pocket there. Well, that could have gone. I can't see how that could have gone better. It was absolutely.
Bland.
Monge 2. Yeah.
Well done, Dale. Well done, Dale.
Now what?
Well then,
Yes,
Look about.
So, well, the initiative rests with you really, because you got like all the
Ease
sixes.
to everywhere. So, does it just go into like a big reception? No, it's just a big warehouse, right?
Yeah, I guess it is at the moment. Yeah, when you go in, let's see. I think it's got a lot of go-karts in it in various states of disrepair. Some are like obviously been fixed up a bit. Some of them are just rotting away and are just terrible.
Yeah.
There's like tools and stuff everywhere. There's
Nice.
like electroplasmic strip lights hanging from the ceiling. Some of them are flickering a bit. There's, like I said, there are going to be around 12 people, well, 11 now-ish. 11-ish people in this building. There's people like working on the carts. There are guards hanging around. Maybe there's a catwalk. Like it's like a few stories high, and there's like a bit of a catwalk. The office is really high up, reachable bizarrely by glass elevator. It's kind of like a foreman's office. Like in a prison where there's one room that can see everything.
Panopticon.
Yeah, like an oh, that'd be in the middle though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
It's like half an
true.
opticon, half an opticon on the side.
A
And if it is one of
D4.
them, then it's like,
That's what you're saying.
what?
It's like a D4.
Oh,
Never mind.
I thought they were just round with tinted windows.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a big office
Alright.
that can see the whole factory, and you can only get to it by glass elevator, and it's like tinted windows. So there's going to be a foreman up there, probably, and then
We
there's
just
like
march
people working
straight to the-
guards on the catwalks.
Yeah, can we just march straight to the elevator then and
Yeah, blag it.
go in with the keys and the clipboards?
Yeah, you could have had the incredible 3 rolls score if you keep rolling crits like this as well.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's, I feel like there's a couple of guys guarding the elevator, and they're all like, and they don't like the look of you, obviously. Like, who let you in? Where's Jim?
Neville.
Jim Neville.
Where's Neville?
Jim Neville.
Where's Jim Neville? Double barrel name. Nice lad. A bit British.
He's a good lad. He's doing a good job. Checked the credentials and he's let us in.
He's gone
We
home.
just have to go and see the foreman.
Jim Neville. I'm gonna have his guts for garters if he's let you in here.
What do you mean? We're officials.
Who are you? What do you want?
We are members of the Doskvol Health and Safety Bureau, and we're here to serve notice that this building has been hereby, as a result of unwarranted, potentially lethal amount of toxins, condemned. And you are to vacate the premises immediately, or as we say, too sweet.
And we have. Can we flash back to have all brought gas masks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
just so like to make them a bit.
Paranoid.
You know, yeah, a bit paranoid. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's what you could have invented, Eve, as like a, like a PK meter that's beeping or whatever,
I can
like
also,
radiation.
I could maybe expose him to some stuff so he suddenly starts feeling sick.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
you
it's a
could.
great idea. Great idea. Yeah.
I just need to find something that's like not makes him feel, that makes him feel bad, but not like he's actively dying, because I feel like that might
No,
be...
just ill.
Yeah.
Oh, you got plenty of stuff that does that, and the sample crafting handout.
Yeah. Like the drown powder makes him feel like he's drowning, then I can make him temporarily blind. I can give him migraines, but like really bad migraines, so that's kind of mean.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. It's
And we can
fumes
be
as
like,
well.
oh, have you been having headaches lately or anything?
Yeah, like let me have a quick look, and I like
That's it.
go
Go
up to
through.
his face and like
Go through the checklist, Rodders. Go through the checklist.
yeah. Can you please like blow into this handkerchief, and I have like some of the fumes put onto that handkerchief and like give it to him. So once he inhales, he probably gets migraines.
Oh yeah, Skullfire's nasty stuff. That's what you're using, right?
Yep.
So just for the rest of the class, do you want to say what it does from
Yes.
the thing?
Skullfire poison is, first of all, I get it through one of my bandoliers, and it is a tier 3 item, and it is just toxic fumes that are made from overly heated Leviathan blood,
Ooh.
and they cause incapacitating migraines, is what the description says. So really bad migraines.
Nice.
Awful. Brilliant.
Sorry,
So,
poor guy.
how are we dealing with this roll then? Is this a sway with an assist? Or
Absolutely.
is
It's another blag?
Yeah.
Alright, so this sounds like Steve's doing the roll and Eve's taking a stress to assist, but because you're using like one of your bandoliers, I'd say this bumped up to like great effect. Because
Let's go.
if this works out, you're going to get rid of both of them in one fell swoop, because
Nice.
no one wants migraines. That's rubbish.
Yeah. Yeah.
What position are we in?
You were in a controlled position, but I feel like because you've gone into the factory and you're surrounded by Jaffas and you're using this basically fumes from Leviathan blood, I'm going to go up to risky for this, because there's definitely stuff that can go wrong here.
Yep.
And then, yeah, greater, and then you got one bonus dice at the moment.
Lovely. I'll take that. And here we go.
Oh yeah.
6.
Holy shit. It is going to be like a 3-roll score. We'll be able to pack up early.
Go into more downtime. It's my favourite bit. I like the scores, but I like the downtime even better.
Right, so it's a bit of a group effort here. How does this go down with the result of them both leaving the factory as quickly as they can?
I mean, I think like I just give them the handkerchief and they hopefully blow their nose, and then I like take it and inspect it, and I look like super worried. I make sure to not inhale while I inspect it, by the way. But like I'm like, oh no, this doesn't look good, and I like show it to both of you, and I'm like,
Oh dear, that's terrible. Oh dear.
Oh no.
What's wrong? What's in the hanky?
Wow, haven't you been given gas masks to work here? This isn't right.
Gas mask? We don't get gas masks.
You haven't been adhering to Doskvol Code of Health and Safety 3.1.2.3, which, given that this is a former factory venue, requires you to wear at all times one of these, my china, and twang my mask up and down.
Yeah.
It's very health and safety conscious to twang the gas one. Well, he's kind of like half like eyes closed anyway, so he doesn't really see. And it's like, oh, the workplace accidents here have been pretty off the meter recently, and I bet it's this. I bet it's this.
How many days since the last industrial accident?
That was probably one this morning. Probably one this morning.
We're gonna have to close it down. You better let all of your friends know, that all your work colleagues, to get out of here. PDQ.
And get straight to the doctors. Get straight to the doctors, son. Don't look well.
Oh, we better get to the doctor. I'm really not feeling well.
Well, if you're quick, it won't be fatal if you're lucky.
And they both leave. They don't take your advice to evacuate the factory though. They just piss off.
Fair enough.
But,
so that's 2 down.
Yeah, I know. We're down to like 9 people left, man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's The other thing that you manage to do is Rodney manages to control the fumes well enough so it doesn't like escalate into a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You kind of notice it is reacting a bit weirdly in here compared to how you'd expect it to. I mean, the Leviathan blood is spooky business anyway. But yeah, it's...
well, yeah, this is a closed room. Maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. Well...
No, it's all right.
We have gas masks, so
we'll be fine. We'll just get in the lift and we'll go and see the boss, and we'll be all right.
We'll
open it up in no time.
Open a window.
Take the one conveyor up to the top floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know actually. Let's see how many people are in here. I don't know if this guy would just be on his own or not.
Oh, I don't know.
So roll a
Never
couple
mind
dice
that. Tell
or
me
so.
what's on the lift music as we go up.
Smooth jazz, of course.
Boom.
Lots of theremins.
Insert jazz
Yeah, there's
music
like-
in this segment. I will do that.
Yeah, there's an electroplasmic sort of tape player. It's got like a big reel-to-reel thing, and it just kind of plays some smooth jazz as you go up.
Oh, I want that
It's,
reel-to-reel player.
Yeah, it's painfully slow as you go up, and like the lights flicker in the lift, but you get there. The doors slide open, and it seems like this foreman is in there on his own. Fortunately for him.
How unfortunate.
And he's still doing well, aren't you? So I don't think he notices you coming behind him. He's just like looking out the window. Maybe he's doing an announcement over the tannoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided he's got one of them. And he's all,
Oh, tannoy.
"Hello, get back to work down there. Get back to work." Ugh.
We'll go up and press the button off and switch the tannoy off so they can't hear us outside.
Ugh.
What's going on?
Who the
All right,
fuck are
son.
you? How do you get up here?
Down.
In the
down.
lift.
Where's
So-
Jim Neville? He's supposed to be not letting anyone in. I told
So-
that boy.
Pursuant to Article 6, subsection 7 of the Doskvol Health and Safety Act, due
Fumbling
to
around in the gun drawer.
you're hereby ordered to evacuate all of your work colleagues immediately for your own safety and report to a medic for physical examination. And I hand over a very unconvincing document that I prepared earlier that I will cross off my inventory.
Load.
Indeed.
Yeah. Right. So. That sounds like another action roll. Can we make it 3 in a row?
Yeah, why not? Okie dokie.
I'll give you an assist again
Wow, okay.
by switching the tannoy off. Another stress.
That does help.
Rack that up.
And what kind of position might this be?
So, to make this guy a bit harder, I might say it's at this level, like, start off at limited with, like, the tier 0 documents, and this guy is part of a hardened criminal gang as well, and, like, the supervisor of it, so I feel like you shouldn't want to take any shit off local busybodies from the council, you know. So I'm going to go with limited, as in this might calm him down, because he's, like, fumbling around for, like,
Okay.
either weaponry or a tannoy.
Okay, just in case this goes super, super wrong, I'm gonna get a dose of standstill poison ready to throw it on him. Like, just in my
Nice.
pocket or something.
Yeah.
So is that the effect limited?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then the position is, because that's the first thing I've got.
At the
in there.
moment, risky unless you want to negotiate better effect somehow, which
Yeah.
is there are
Desperate,
many ways of doing that.
Yeah, can I make
It's
it?
risky at the moment.
I like to make it desperate.
Yeah, that will bring
By-
the effect up to standard.
By clearly having the wrong paperwork upside down. You know, I'm a bit ill prepared.
Yeah.
Would it help at all if I pulled the gun out?
Don't have a
sounds more like a
flashback
plan B thing,
now.
but you can
Don't
do.
have a flashback
Oh yeah,
now.
if that would push it to I push it to. I don't like this fella. He reminds me of this fella I used to know. What's your name, son? I'll take the foreman.
He was not in the war. I told you, he's not in the war.
I
mean-
don't like the look of him.
If Uncle Albert wants to have a Great War flashback right now, that would be wonderful for storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, just
I'll do
preempts
that,
Dell's
and
move.
and I'll pull out a fine pair of pistols, and hopefully that'll push this situation into a bit worse for Dell, or a bit better, whatever it is. You're desperate. Does that make it a bit more desperate for Dell?
That definitely makes it desperate.
Yeah, I've got to handle Uncle Albert as well as this man. So, effect standard position desperate.
Yeah, the standard desperate now, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
And it's
Yeah.
oh god.
Oh god. One bonus dice because allegedly I'm being helped by somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it's the
if,
least helpful help I've had in a while.
I'll help you,
Oh.
though. Waving the guns.
I got put. No.
I think it's like a 2-stage assist and like worsening because Uncle Albert did turn the tannoy off, so
Yeah.
that's an assist. But then
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
Immediately
freaks out.
starts freaks out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe the enclosed office is reminding him of like being on the ships
Yeah.
or something.
Absolutely, because it's got all the
Submarine
glass,
once.
The glass around,
which
Yeah.
was
and
well
all the
known
controls.
that submarines have a lot of glass and controls. I don't know.
Yeah.
6.
Oh god!
Hell
Yeah, this
yeah.
is going down.
You know.
So what did I say? I didn't say what standard effect was I?
Oh no.
What were you trying to get out of this guy?
Well, I want him to go onto the tannoy and announce that everybody needs to evacuate immediately. That the building is being evacuated for their own health and safety. Comply immediately, or all your wages will be docked. Something like that.
Well, it looks like that's what's happening then. So you can mark yourself an XP for your desperate action.
Nice.
And somehow in this guy's brain he thinks that the pistol's being pointed at him is just for his own good, sort of. It's like,
Yeah, because
well, wow,
we-
this must be serious if he's like got the guns out. It's like, oh, it just kind of, you can't comprehend it. Maybe he looks down like and can't see his 2 guards at the bottom and like,
Uncle Albert, fix your gas mask. You've had too much of the gas. The side effects of the gas are affecting him. He's hallucinating.
It's in it.
Yeah, you know,
telling
your
you
2
it's in
guards
there.
also were suddenly feeling super bad, so they left.
It'll be happening to
Oh,
you
I don't
next.
want-
Why?
oh, give me a good name for a poisoning. Or some. I can't think of one.
This is a hyper-noxious acidosis.
Oh, I don't want that hyper noxious acidosis. I heard about that. That's what got old Marge's mum.
I knew her. Lovely girl. During the war, Marge's mum.
No.
Or Uncle Marge. Uncle Marge. Auntie Marge.
Uncle Marge.
Oh, sorry, I'm going
No.
downhill as well.
No, we'll have to
Must
have
be the
It's definitely Uncle Marge.
anti-noxious oxidosis. We always called her
Marge,
Uncle Marge on account of her beautiful moustache.
And the hair. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
She once had a fling
Need
during
gas
the war, but
mask
she never
on.
saw him again. He skipped out on the next boat.
Oh.
But anyway, I've got to
no.
evacuate this factory. I'm not having my boys getting super noxious anti-acidosis. That's what Uncle Marge had. And he puts
Exactly.
he like fights Uncle Albert off a tannoy and it's like, what else? We've got a case of anti-noxious ultra-oxidosis. He's adding a word on every time I say it. And he like whacks the button next to it and the klaxons start going off and like there's like
Yeah.
some flashing lights
Yeah.
and
Nice.
and he's straight into that glass elevator and off and
we'll
you can
just-
see like everyone's looking a bit confused, but when the sirens go off you don't hang around, so they are leaving.
Awesome.
So it looks like you've got the Jaffas out, which means I need at least one more obstacle.
Yeah.
And I know what it is because I've been waiting for it, but I think when they've left, as you're
Yeah, we
looking
should have
out
a
from
look
up
around.
here,
Yeah.
I think you can see down there the sparking you saw earlier from the windows is like coming from one half of the factory, and since people have left for the day, it's like getting worse. There's like quite a glow coming from the other end.
Oh. Should we
Ah.
check that? maybe.
Yeah.
Seems
Have a look at it.
seems only pertinent, prudent.
Hmm?
Let's go and take a butcher's.
I
Groovy.
knew a lady called Prudence once. Lovely girl.
Oh yeah.
So I
Sad
think
Ken.
you have to wait for the lift to go all the way back down and drop off the foreman. Then you have to wait for it to come all the way back up again, and then you get in and have to wait for it to go all the way back down again, whilst listening to smooth jazz with a background of sirens and klaxons.
Okay, yeah, I'm not smooth at all anymore. I'm kind of worried now. But the jazz is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this jazz isn't nice. Maybe it started distorting a bit, and the tapes aren't quite turning properly, so it's kind of really doesn't sound
Worse
right
than
in the
jazz.
slightest.
Oh,
And yeah, I think as you head to the other end, you see what you'd know to be like spirit echoes.
ooh.
And what this means is if there's a particularly traumatic event happen in the past, the spirits of like the dead or whatever, something in the ghost field, it'll replay the events over and over, and these like spectral things kind of wander around. Because none of your whispers, the whole thing's kind of indistinct and fuzzy, but these things are quite dangerous if they like move through you. It's kind of hard to make out, but they should be quite contained, but this one seems quite agitated, and it's kind of like expanding a bit.
Do you think we need an exorcism or something?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Yeah. How? How do we do that?
Do you think we could flash back to a scene where we had a chat with the Dimmer sisters saying, we're going to get, we'll strike a deal with you so that you can have access back to your old property. We're going to swipe it back off the Jaffas, because it's not right that they took it off you in the first place. And anything that's yours that you want reclaiming, we'll get for you if you could lend us some assistance to deal with anything untoward in the property.
I think it's worth a try. So now I've got to invent what the Dimmer sisters are like in this universe.
I imagine they're a bit like. Have you seen The Princess Bride?
Yes, of course.
So you know the scene with where they go to get medical assistance, and I think it's Mel Brooks and his wife help him because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not dead, he's nearly dead, which is not the same as dead. And they're sort of
I'm trying to remember
kooky, unnecessarily Jewish, sort of flaky.
I'm not doing an
Edge
accent.
witches. Oh.
Bad.
Yeah, sure. So you're thinking more on the crone side than the sexy Halloween witch.
Yeah,
costume.
more crone than some other word.
How do they get business done outside the house if they're housebound, would you say?
I would say they.
Or a rumour you've heard about it if you're not sure.
I've heard a rumour that they send some, they have some kind of go-between. So they're witches, so maybe they've got, some kind of familiar. I don't know what the creature range or beast
Maybe my
range
mangy
looks like.
cat knows their mangy cat.
Ah.
That's how come I've ended up with a spirit-bound mangy cat.
Right. It could be human puppets as well. Maybe.
Maybe they can just, a bit like in the Matrix, they can remotely sort of take over
See
people
through.
momentarily, see through them, pass messages, and then go back.
Oh yeah, then it could be human or animal. That's
Ooh.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rumour goes there is a way to tell which are under their thrall, but I've not worked that out yet. So they definitely have a distinguishing mark. Maybe I'm just thinking about Blade again, where they've all got the tattoo on the inside of the lip. Well, anyway, that's not canon. That's just me musing. So, yeah, flashback. So you go into the Dimmer Sisters' mansion, which is normally a place you go into and are never seen again. But they like you, so maybe you do go in, or maybe they keep you in the courtyard because only people who disappear go in the house. But
Yeah.
the
They're having
mansion,
tea on the veranda.
absolutely. Their mansion's in 6 towers when you go there.
Okay.
It's not necessarily always in the same place. It's kind of like that shot from that one Terry Pratchett book that's just always
Hopping
where
about.
it needs to be, and has always been there somehow. But yeah, now at the moment it's in the Mist in 6 Towers, which is already a spooky district full of ghosts and weird things going on. And yeah, it's got a big walled garden, which obviously doesn't have any plants in it because there's not much sun. Maybe they've got some of the... there are plants that are infused and they glow, and they use them to grow other plants because they grow from the light from the glowing ones, and they're very expensive and extremely toxic. So they've probably got a few of them in the garden, and maybe a few like pansies or what have you underneath it.
Oh, it's a lovely asphodestra.
Spooky pansies. Yeah, sure.
These plants are super rare, and I'll take a look at them because they're probably alchemy ingredients. But I'm not gonna swipe any. I just want to take a look.
I like to think one of them hears you from the veranda. Is like, you better bloody not. Keep your hands off my asphodestras.
And I wasn't.
I'm just messing you with your Rodney. I'm just messing with you. Come over here, have some tea.
Are they called
Pour out some mushroom tea.
asphodestras because they are like asps?
Like snakes.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe. I thought it was a real flower. Did you just make it up? Well,
No,
I just pronounced it
asphodestra
wrong.
is a real plant, but I just heard that
That's
Yeah,
really
that's-
why they call it that.
Yeah, the stamens look like snake fangs. Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
So wow, yeah, that's a lot of flavour. So yeah, they beckon you over, and there's like one of the what you assume is the Dimmer Sisters on the veranda. Yeah, it's one of them. Why am I saying assumed? That's stupid. Delboy, been a while. What can I do for you all?
I will in a very restrained way, sort of like take the fetid crone's claw and just kiss her very quickly on the knuckles
Yeah,
whilst holding my
like
breath.
kissing a crisp packet.
Exactly. And as the way I normally greet her, and I will lay out the situation aforementionable about the about being able to reclaim the Jaffa's territory, and we're taking this terrible risk, and we'd like to see you get compensated. If you could
Oh
have-
yes, wonderful. We do miss that old place. Used to be a dog's home, don't you know? Before they took it over.
I heard someone say something about that. I wonder if there were any.
All the puppies onto the streets, the ruffians.
Oh,
That's awful.
It is awful.
Can they just
We were
do-
shocked.
is there anything we need to know about the place, and anything you want retrieved from it?
Yes, there is. We used to use that place a long time ago. I don't know if you know this Del Boy, and she like leans in a bit conspiratorially, but we're quite into spirits. Not the drinking kind, the ghost kind.
I didn't know.
And, we lost quite a few of them when we lost the Battersea. Terrible waste. I believe many of them have probably escaped. That place is probably quite haunted by now. I don't know what they're doing to keep them all in check, but you definitely want to be careful. Some of those ghosts were on the spicy side, I can tell you.
Ooh, spicy ghosts. Is there any way that you have at your disposal that we could neutralise or deal with them?
Oh, I'm sure we can help if you can clear the way.
Of course.
Those ghosts are worth quite a lot in the right hands, don't you know?
Oh, well...
Don't get any ideas, you?
No, of course not. We would hand them all over to you.
Lovely.
Right, I think at some point there needs to be a roll here.
Another sway. Oof.
I feel like this is more of a consort.
Oh, okay.
Because you're like being friendly and
I get
like
you.
hanging around with allies.
Alright then. I'll push myself. Take 2 stress. To get an
I'll give
extra
you an
dice.
assist as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you an assist as well. I'll lean forward and put a box of shortbread on the table where the tea
They love that. They
nice
love
big
that.
tin of shortbread.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Is it the Highland shortbread from back home? Which is where we are now.
Yeah, right round the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homemade. I made it. Albert made it. He does lots of baking and cooking.
Baking.
Oh.
They can tell the
Made
love's
this
gone into
specially.
it for sure.
Yeah.
And the lard, which is rendered from eels.
Yep. Eel lard. Yeah.
Oh.
Gives it that extra tang for sure.
Something
Yeah,
fishy
that
about
sounds
these
good.
Oh
biscuits.
dear.
Oh,
Just buy these in the shops.
thank God.
Like you're pushing yourself, I don't even need to worry about Devil's Bargain, so let's go with the old risky standard, I think.
Risky.
Although this is probably controlled standard, I think. Cause,
Okay.
They're like us.
yeah, they do. They.
All right.
I think they're going to help you no matter how this goes, but it just depends how much, I think.
So I've got a bonus dice from my push and an extra bonus dice from the smelly biscuits. 6.
Oh, a crit.
And a
Fantastic.
6.
My God, bloody hell.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a crit. So, yeah, this is getting cleaned up. So, no stress for this flashback. So I think it's not outside the realms of probability that if I just gave you enough time to plan, you would have gone and asked the Dimmer sisters for information. That just seems like something that you would have come up with. And I also made you roll for it, so no further stress. I think as the last of the people go out and you've gone down the Wonkavator to the ground floor, I think like a whole cohort of like really odd people turn up. They're like shuffling around, like they're like zombified in a way, and they're all carrying spirit hooks and like bandoliers with like ghost jars on it, like spirit jars.
Yes, is it like a sort of impromptu gathering of Ghostbusters has turned up?
Yeah, but with no wisecracking at all. They're just all, you know, they all got like milky white eyes. They're obviously being like remote controlled by the Dimmer sisters.
Nice.
And but they're here on your effect, and because you rolled so well, they send a lot of them. And
The cleanup crew's here.
yeah, and they do battle with some of the ghosts. A couple of them are doing a ritual to clear out the ghost echoes. And every time they capture one, they're putting them inside these jars and putting them in their bandoliers. And, you know, I'm struggling to drag this one out much more. I think you might have just aced it, because there's just nothing to do.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Delboy really had some.
You just
Hell yeah.
Had a good day.
turned up and soloed this mission.
Well, I mean, a lot of help to get 4 dice, you know. Quite a few of those 6s are on the 4th dice, so without the help I wouldn't have got there. I would have rolled 1, 2, 2 on the previous way.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Uncle Albert coming in clutch.
Absolutely, with his smelly biscuits and
Yeah.
reenacting the war.
It's just helpful.
Yeah.
Stinky biscotti. Very good.
Yeah.
And you're devising of smelly agents was critical.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Yeah,
Your migraine.
with this many sixes and crits, I mean, it just is a success, I think. There's no one ever... you just totally steamrolled them. Nothing more to it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So much for tier 2.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
There's nothing they can do if you just keep rolling sixes. I
Yeah,
mean, 2
no.
dice is 75% chance of success. Every dice after that is just more chance of a crit, really.
Mm.
But yeah, the spooky squad clear out all this ghosts and then they shuffle out like they shuffled in. Like they don't acknowledge any of you. If you try and speak to them, they ignore you. They're totally enthralled.
I think I'll just stay in the glass elevator until they've done what they're doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I mean, do we think that the Dimmer Sisters can hear us through these zombie people? I'm going to assume that I think that anyway. So I'd just be chatting away to the Dimmer Sisters, but through the zombie people. About the manky cat that now I'm convinced I must have got him from there because he's like a familiar. Manky cat's walking around here as well. I don't even have a name, the cat. It's just called Manky Cat.
Manky cat, what are they feeding you? Eel stew, mainly.
Eel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is a chance that they can talk and hear through these like remote controlled puppets, but I think they're just constant. They're all business. They just want to get these ghosts because this is a big payday for the Dimmer Sisters getting all this stock back. So
nice.
They're pretty jazzed, basically.
Woo! Jazzed crones.
And then at some point later on, the Jaffas are going to come back and find the whole place, I assume, barricaded up and they can't get back in.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to find Jim Neville and give him a job inside as a janitor so he doesn't have any job of like letting people in and out or the stress of being on the gate or anything, but he can just be like the tea boy or something.
Yeah, you convince him you're not a criminal operation and he joins up to like sweep the floors.
Yeah.
Especially now you got rid of the ghosts. Now you got rid of the ghosts, there's probably a lot less industrial accidents there. So all right. So payoff.
We can also, by the way, for our next score, theoretically sell all the cars in here. By the way.
Yeah.
Or put them into a goat cart business.
You got it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And simultaneously a luxury venue-ish for hosting. You know, we just get a track going and we'll host an event as part of the fundraising for G.O.A.T.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
2 score night. Right, anyway, let's do payoff. So, reputation. After a score, the PCs take the blah, blah, blah. 2 rep per score by default. If the target score is a higher tier, then you get 1 rep per tier higher. The Jaffa's a tier 2, so that's 4 rep already.
Yeah.
You didn't keep it completely quiet. Yeah, you can go up to tier 1 if you got enough cash.
How much cash do we
Okay,
need?
let's see how much cash we get.
The crew earns coin based on nature of the operation, any loot they seized. A standard. Would you say this is a standard score for decent loot, or a big score for serious loot, or maybe split the difference?
Yeah, split the difference. Feels quite big.
It's quite big. A lot of it's decrepit though, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
So that's.
It's not
Actually,
nice
I might
to
be
say
a bit-
that about Uncle Albert.
Right.
And you're also getting turf out of this as well, though, so I might
Yeah.
put it to a standard score.
Fair dues.
Yeah,
No, that's-
I think like a lot of the stuff that our loot is what we gave up to the Dimmer Sisters anyway.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't
Right.
like get that, you know.
So we're going for standard scores. That's 6 coin altogether.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
But I do think we
2
will be
each.
1 short to actually upgrade them.
Oh, really? That sucks.
I think so. But I'm not sure. Let's try
Well,
first.
How much coin do we need in the?
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 1, so we'd have 7.
Maybe someone's been hoarding coin and not been telling you about
Well, that is not how I would put it. I have been judiciously keeping some money back exactly for this contingency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Yeah, and
good.
I'll lash out a coin to take us
Beautiful.
up to the tier.
Yeah.
Well,
Brilliant.
let's put that on the back burner for the second.
All right.
But it's nice. There's nice as enough. The first thing you need to know is: are you paying your rent? Mr. Shikadance wants a coin.
I'll give him a coin.
Well, didn't we like blag him a month because he thought we'd moved out? 'Cause we got the place condemned and all that.
I mean, he still owns the building. I just said he was furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Like he
fair
still
enough.
wants his money, but you don't have to pay him. He'll just tick your evicted clock a couple of times. There's ways of dealing with him if you don't want to pay.
Well, we want to level up the tier, don't we? So
Can we do both? I don't know how much
well,
coin.
no, because
I've got
well, that'll use all the coin and all the rep to go up a tier.
yeah, and I've got another coin, so I'll just pay him off because I don't want to deal with him right now.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You know, at some point I can't just poison him for good. So.
Well, come on now,
Yeah,
Rodney.
I mean,
don't
you can
feel-
upset
we're
him
not-
another
we're not
3
assassins.
times before he
No, it's
kicks
true.
you out.
Like, that's also
Yeah,
not a thing
yeah.
that I would actually suggest. I think.
we
Rodney is
will
too
up-
much of a
Yeah.
good boy.
We will upset him and/or resolve the situation with him, but we've got to focus on what
Not
we need
now.
to do now.
No, we're
Yeah,
just
not
sort
now.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe
Right,
when you
cool.
do upgrade your crew, you do turn up with your rent and you explain that you want to take over like another floor of the tower block or whatever as you're expanding,
Yeah.
or like the entire floor,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then next tier will be the 2 floors, and then before he knows it, he'll be in your tower block.
Yeah.
We'll be
So
kicking
maybe
him out.
paying the rent would, because he'll be wanting 2 coin after you've like gone up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
whatever.
will. So his days are numbered. That's good. So yeah, if you're taking a coin off for him, then it's heat. I think this is contained because it just went so smoothly. So that's just 2 heat.
Nice.
If someone wants to put that on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No one got killed. No one got in. There was no violence. Well, apart from Albert pulling his pistols out, but they didn't go off.
No. Shoot
Everyone
anybody.
just left of their own accord. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave someone a
That's
splitting
okay.
migraine, but apart from that,
Yeah.
yeah. The
But
only
he's
reason
also
I've
off to
got-
the doctor, so we'll be fine.
Yeah. The only reason I got 2 heat is because like the Jaffas are going to kick off when they come back and can't get in, and you know there was the zombie army turning up and leaving. But aside from that,
fair
Brilliant.
enough.
so that's that. Right. So now we need to do some leveling up then, if you want to.
Of course.
Oh,
Wait.
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
crew tier, not like all the other XP that will come at the end of the session. So we're not necessarily ending it right now.
Wait, does
Right.
like the luxury venue, do we just have that now because we did a successful score? Is that how you acquire like these things?
You're supposed to do a score specifically to get turf.
Okay.
But this was a score to get turf, so
Okay. Cool.
that's why you've got that. The other turf was kind of like a bonus just because everyone died in the Sad Ken team and everyone wanted to keep the poor old goat.
Brilliant.
So. But no, the answer is don't expect turf from every score, but it is something that you can go for. And pull that face at me. I can see that face. You can make every score into getting turf, but you know
Yeah.
it is possible. Yeah. Okay. Stop it. So do we want to go up a tier?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Can you
would,
spend
yeah.
8 coin? Because that needs to be spent now.
Right, so we've got 6 from the thing, the score. We've got 1 in the crew sheet. And then Del's got a spare one under a mattress or something.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all the.
I've taken it out already.
That's all the. Yeah, got that.
Great.
And then all the rep.
Yeah, clear
Put
that.
back down. Yep. And then put a tier in.
And then change your hold from strong to weak.
Okay.
Each tier has 2 upgrades. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You have to go up tier. No, that's a stupid way of saying it. You have to fill the rep tracker twice for each going up a tier.
Yeah.
But when you're on tier 0, you start tier 0 strong, so you only have to do the rep thing once to get to tier 1. Cool. But to get from 1 to 2, you'll first have to go from weak to strong and then to tier 2.
Tier 2.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is supposed to represent you having a tenuous grip on your new tier 1 status, like you're new to that level of.
Yeah.
Right. But on the good note, you're all better people now. You're all tier 1 people instead of tier 0 people.
Yeah.
Nice.
All your clothes and gear are tier 1. People think of you as tier 1 people instead of tier 0 ruffians. It's great. So yeah, you go see Mr. Shikadance with a big pile of cash to expand your.
Just a big
your
wad.
jobs, and he takes the rent off you. Yeah,
with an elastic band around it.
Yeah.
And then I replace it with a smart wallet clip.
Yeah, as you go up to tier 1, exactly, the elastic band changes to a clip. All right, Del boy, I'll let you take over the rest of the flats on that floor. But I expect my rent on time. Every time.
I expect you will expect
2 coin from now on.
2 coin.
And if I don't get it, you're out on the street, and I'm taking down those bloody police tape and condemn notices. I've not smelt any superplasmic oxidosis or whatever it was.
Well,
I've not had a migraine in months, weeks, days, even.
What? Potpourri.
And that as well. But he takes the money and gives you the keys for the rest of the flats on that floor.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
You don't have any cohorts to expand at this point, but I always say you got a couple of hangers on. I mean, you've definitely got Grandad and maybe an assistant or 2, but they're like, you got a couple more now.
Yeah, and Sadkin might also still be around somewhere in our flat.
You definitely.
Oh yeah, we brought him in, didn't we?
Yeah, Granddad and him are like best friends now, if he's still alive.
Just sat watching that projector thing.
Sad Ken got
Ken
like
a
humongous cat bed, but like for goats.
Yeah, in front of the projector, and Granddad's sitting in his chair with his feet on him.
That's so cute. I gotta draw that.
I think Sad Ken needs a happy ending, so yeah. Great. Is there anything else we need to do with leveling up tier? I don't think there is. I think that's done now.
Cool.
So I need to work out what's going on in the world. This I normally do off camera, but seeing as we might be doing more downtime suddenly.
What? Like now?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I do XP at the end of the session, so we do have that to do, but it'll be for like the whole thing. I don't think the Dimmer Sisters would like you extra at the moment, but they're definitely close to it. So I reckon one more nice thing for them and they'll become proper allies. Or I could just do it. I don't know.
Well, we have give them all their shitload of ghosty things back.
It depends how quickly you would like faction reputation to change. If you want it to be like on a hair trigger where every time you do something it changes, I can do that. But I'll be up and down.
Because I don't know. I don't know what will happen either way, so...
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it makes it easier to end up going to war with someone, but people become allies quicker, basically.
Like, to me...
I'll say, sorry, go on.
Just, to me, it feels a bit rushed, because we were also helping ourselves with that, you know? We weren't, like, just doing them a favor.
Fair enough.
Alright, so they're, like, on the cusp of, like, I think the Jaffas are definitely going to go down, though, because you took turf off them. I think that's practically an automatic. I can't change that though because I made that one, so I'm gonna have to draw on it.
Yeah.
Minus. How fat is the drawing thing?
Not
-2.
very.
There we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
I'll
Perfect,
fix
yeah.
that in post.
Oh, I mean, I know there's a text tool, but you know, hostile.
But that's way better. That's way better. I like the writing.
Oh, you got to have a sad face. There we go.
Brilliant.
No one else is interested in that. And then all the clocks will get thing, but I might advance the clocks during downtime to make it a bit more interesting.
Alright.
And I got to roll entanglements. Again. Wow. So what is that?
Do we not do the advancement after a score? Like crew
I just do it at the end of the
advancement
sessions.
Alright.
Just for the
Right.
sesh. It'll balance out eventually. If we do a score that takes 2 sessions, it'll just balance out. But if you just do it once
Yeah,
at the
fair
end,
enough.
it makes it easier to not forget everything.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
feel
fair
like.
enough.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, entanglements. So you got 4 heat, which is way less than you had last time. And I still want to roll 2 dice or 0 dice, and then I'll see what it comes up with.
We're all
Go on.
rushing to do it. I'll do it. 2d6s.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's a 2, which is good. Gang trouble or questioning. Oh no. The blue coats grab an NPC member of your crew or one of your contacts.
And that's what we're before, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not satisfied with Uncle Albert's bullshit.
Yeah.
The blue coats are always after a bribe, so they just go around arresting anyone who might be into something, I think.
We don't have money anymore, though. We can't pay them
Nothing
off.
left, yeah. And no
That's
rep.
fine.
Hmm.
Who's vulnerable? I mean, the only person in this was the magistrate, and I find it hard to believe he'd get arrested. But
Yeah.
maybe he does. Yeah, I think he gets questioned.
Hmm.
Old Roland. So your options for this is pay the blue coats 2 coin, or I do a fortune roll to see how much they talk, which will just end up with like some heat, which isn't the
Have
end
to be
of the world.
fortune. Unless Dale's got another load of money stashed away somewhere.
Well, can I convert coin that I've got stashed?
2 for 1, isn't it?
It's 2 for 1 if you take it out, yeah.
So I can generate 1, that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd make him pave his own way, I reckon.
Yeah, it'd be fine. It'd be fine.
I'd
a
only take out
magistrate.
your stash as a last resort, so...
Yeah.
So... Roll 2d for a normal person. If they're an experienced underworld type or some kind of tough, give them 3d or 4d instead. Oh, if they're soft or they have some loyalty to the law, they give them 1 dice. I don't think it's 1 dice, because they're in with the Dimmer sisters, so I think I'm going to actually roll 3 for them.
Nice.
Oops, 1, 2, 3. Oh, good God. So, they do talk, so that just that gives you 2 heat, basically.
Right.
They want to know why he's like off signing bogus eviction notices. What do they call it? When you condemnation notices.
Condemnation. Yeah.
Yeah.
The paper trail led back to him, and he didn't do a good job of not talking about it. But you know, such is life.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, fresh off the most successful score in Blade's history. Let's do some downtime.
This time today we'll be
Who knows what they
millionaires.
Yes.
want? This time today, yeah.
Except for we're
Keep rolling
skinned.
crits. Oh yeah, we are skins, but you are tier 1, so
Yeah. It's an investment.
I'm gonna,
That's what you always tell me, Delboy. It's an investment.
It is an investment.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna make us a celebratory dinner, family dinner.
awesome.
Maybe even, take us all out for a nice dinner. out
Family
somewhere.
meal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Is there some
that's a
kind of
lovely idea, Uncle.
restaurant that doesn't do eel-based food that we could go to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're in Char Hollow, right? There's bound to be some
Yeah.
restaurant-y
Yeah.
type places there. You could go to the night market where they got weird things. Silk Shore as well. Charter Hall will have some trendy little student places, probably.
Yeah.
Brightstone would have somewhere very posh, but yeah. What sort of place would you like?
Well, we are skint, so it's got to be cheap.
Yeah,
Pudding
I take you
fries,
to
pudding
somewhere
fries.
that does a
Yeah.
proper
There's
nice
a-
Sunday roast that
There's
isn't
a famous
eel.
pub in Char Hollow that's in the book called Kellen's.
Ooh.
There we go.
It's one of the oldest pubs in the city with a dizzying selection of Skovlander ales and whiskies.
Nice.
There you go.
And
It is nice.
yeah, when you turn up, there's a surprising mix of people who are obviously very affluent and your local labourer types all sort of in there together. It's
Nice.
like a really nice atmosphere.
Here we go then, boys. Whatever you want, whatever you want. And Albert takes like his, what do you call it? I'm gonna say guinea piggy bank. He takes that for a special occasion and treats
Smashes
everyone to
it.
a really nice dinner.
Guinea piggy bank.
He doesn't smash it, but you hear him in his room like shaking all the change up.
For hours. For hours.
Hours, yeah.
Counting it up.
Big bags full of TPs or whatever.
I can give you a magnet if you want. Like, might be easy.
It's all right. It's all right.
Grand's like,
Take
you
that
don't
down.
pack up that rattling, I'm going to come in there and smash that damn guinea piggy bank.
It's a guinea pig as well.
Mm.
Guinea pig bank.
Guinea piggy bank.
I don't like that landlord. When we're down the pub and we're having a nice dinner,
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'll say that. So I'm gonna indulge my vices, which is obligation to close family. So I just roll indulge vice, right?
Yep, and what that's doing behind the scenes is rolling your lowest attribute because you indulge vice using the worst part of yourself. It's your weakness.
2, okay.
Ooh.
That'll do.
Do you
That's
get a
alright.
bonus on that because we're with you? I mean, yes,
Oh,
we're
did I
always
get a
with
bonus on that? Because they were with
You
me?
are always there because you are there.
True.
The obligation.
It's family, isn't it?
Fair enough.
All right. I'll roll one more and then take the. You take the best one. No, not bonus.
Oh man. Because
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, my best. I was on 5, so
Yeah.
my best one. I get rid of all the stress, but now I have to look at what happens when you overindulge your vice.
right, type vice into the old. It's probably written down
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
where
That's
you
all
don't
right. I
have
see
to
it. I'm
type it
looking
in.
at it.
All right, yeah, pick one of them.
Overindulge.
Basically.
Track trouble.
Although, yeah. The
Brag.
cut-off one would mean that you'd have to like upset Rodney
Well, out
and
with the
Del Boy
family,
so
yeah.
much they don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, that's it.
Which
Yeah, I
could
don't
be
think I
quite
can take
awkward.
that. And I
Yeah.
don't want to take lost, so it leaves me with attract trouble or brag. So how's our
Bragging.
heat at the minute?
Yeah, we can just take heat and
Oh,
reduce
no,
heat.
I think I'm gonna. Well, what's the other option, which is you roll an additional entanglement? What does that mean?
Well, I'd roll another entanglement, which is like, people getting arrested or taken off and questioned, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you get arrested at the dinner table.
Or
There's a copper
I
on the
do have-
outside.
I do have an idea for something that wouldn't be a rolled entanglement. There's something I could do. If you just want some random
Yeah,
trouble.
let's do that. Yeah,
Although,
let's do that.
might be
Your
silly.
thing that you thought out already.
Alright. So, as I've said, like, Kellen's has a dizzying selection of Scothlander ales and whiskies, and about near the end of your dinner, like, oh, hang on. No, that's even better, really. It's likely that Albert's got a bit into this meal and gone on about the war, right? Like,
Yeah,
quite
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likely. I'd say,
Yeah,
without
it's a
fail.
given.
Yeah, it is the conversation we're having, or like he's having with us
Yeah.
over dinner.
Hanging on about
So-
the war in a Scotland pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that could be quite a good problem because
Yeah, fair.
the Unity War only ended like within the last 5 years. It's supposed to be like a couple of year ago thing, and the Scotlanders lost to Acheros, which is presumably
Right.
the side Uncle Albert's on. And yeah, I think there's definitely going to be there's like a table of Scovs over one side, and they're probably Ulf's boys actually, because Ulf Ironborn hates Acherosi people in general. The only reason he didn't shoot Del boys, he got charmed by his slick tongue and promise of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think these lads at the other end are gonna be like, "You what?" And then I start coming over to ruin your dinner.
Mm.
You fought in the war, did you?
Oh god.
I did, son. I did. Let me tell you about it. One night.
Let me tell you
Rambling on.
about the war. We were like just defending our homeland from the imperial oppressors, and you came in, you ruined our countryside, you shot all our friends. How dare you? And like starting to get quite tense. Like they are all armed, and it's got that Western thing where everyone behind the bars duck
Hey,
down.
listen.
Piano
Moving
music
their drinks and
stops.
stuff.
It's water under the bridge, my old son. Let me treat you. Let me apologise for my raddled old uncle who spends half his time reliving events that never happened in the first place. I'll,
Yeah,
set-
he's a little old.
I'll
He's old.
settle the bill for you. How about that?
Yes.
I'll
Have you
do-
got any
Albert's
coin for
tripping out
this?
now.
No, I haven't. So I'm going to settle the
What are you
bill.
proposing?
We're going to run away. We're going to do a runner on the bill and leave them to it.
Or
Yeah.
maybe we can
You
convince
sit
them
down,
that we're
get
gonna
whatever you
pay later.
You order anything you like on the menu and we'll slip out the side door as they do that.
I think after you say that to him, he turns directly to Alba and says, "Is that right? Is this all made up? Is none of this true?"
And Albert's gone into like a trance of like, remember on the boats and bam bam, and you know what I mean? He's all reliving some like horrific war thing. Oh, my mate's got his leg blown off, and oh, I'll carry your son. I'll carry you.
All right, Uncle, come
Cracking
on.
some random around the pub.
Leave him be. It's not That's not him.
Yeah. I think if you're wanting to avoid a gunfight, we might need a roll to skedaddle then, if that's what your plan is.
Alrighty.
I feel like we're gonna lose all groups we have with that elf dude if we.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might go back to like neutral, just as
Yeah.
like.
Oh, but then we don't
Fail.
have the money to pay him, so
Yeah.
No, we don't.
either that or
True.
shoot them.
No,
Fair
we're
enough.
not shooting them. Sway?
I can shoot them if you want.
I think we should actually settle their bill, but we should do like make a deal with, or like try to make a deal with the owner
bar
and be like,
owner.
we're gonna pay you next time we come here.
Sure.
We've got
Give him
some...
free tickets to the GO.A.T track. Or
We
whatever.
will. Yeah, we'll give him
Season
VIP seat. This is how we pay for it.
Ooh.
VIP seats. His own box. Gets to go in the lift. And to the inaugural GO.A.T Racing Championship to open the Battersea luxury GO.A.T racing venue.
Yeah, are you actually setting up a track inside the Battersea Dogs home?
Yeah.
Is that what's... Wow. I didn't see that coming.
But it's a cavernous space. I thought it was a natural that we'd have an indoor ghost rating track.
You know,
Cool.
all the cards
No,
are already
I'm
there.
fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, do me some roll, and this is going to be risky because if it goes wrong, there is going to be a sudden outpouring of gunfire. I feel like.
Okie dokie. Risky. Bum, 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 bum. Effects.
Yeah, can I help?
Please, if you've
Yeah,
got any
there's-
stress
Okay.
to spare.
I will help. Yeah, I have some stress to spare.
I've got loads. Like I've just cleared mine. If you don't want to use yours.
No, mine is good because
You
I'm
should
likely
just
to. I'm actually
Okay,
likely to
fine.
heal a lot, and I don't want to also overindulge. You know.
Yeah, fair point.
All right. So risky, and the effect is
standard, risky standard.
okay. Bit of help that way.
Wow.
4. There's your complication.
Yeah. I feel like the complication from this is gonna get back to Ulf unless you resist it. They take your offer of like
All right.
I mean the bar takes your offer of like settling these boys down in return for like some tickets or
Absolutely.
goods in kind.
Yep.
Because
Brilliant.
it's in their interest as well to not get their bar shot up.
Absolutely.
And
Fair.
they don't upset the Skovlanders.
We'll talk later about a reciprocal deal. We'll give you the VIP
Yeah.
tickets and the tour, and then maybe we could talk later about you doing some catering for us. What kind of resistance can I do?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe insight?
Ooh, okay.
Because it says like deception or understanding. Because like,
All right.
I mean, let's look at it.
I am not good
It's
at
not
that.
really mental strain or willpower. Oh,
I feel strained. I'll take insight.
it's up to you if you want to resist it or not.
I'll try.
I mean, you do. You just get a lot of stress for it.
Oh.
Maybe. Let's see.
3 stress. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Still with us?
Yeah. I'm 1 away from
So,
Trauma Town.
1 again.
Again.
It's
Yeah.
alright. We're in downtime though. You can get rid of it. It's fine.
Great.
It's in downtime. You got stressed
fine.
out though.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to understand that they're likely to go back to their boss and somehow smooth it over. What's that look like?
To smooth it
Can you see them,
over, I'll say,
I mean, they're furious.
this is a
They're like-
terrible misunderstanding, and we've squared it away so that you can have this lovely meal here in one of the best restaurant pubs, gastro pubs in the whole of Doskvol. But just to, we'd like to invite you and your boss Ulf over to the inaugural opening, and you'll all be treated to a good night and the opportunity to win some money by laying down some hard cash on the old goats.
Alright, I'm sure I've heard about you. Ulf likes you, doesn't he? Because you got him that sad Ken job.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to build on that, I know he likes a
And
bit of a
we're
flutter.
experts in goat racing.
I suppose your old uncle, maybe he's as much a victim of the war as we were. If he could, as he looks over to Uncle Albert, probably like ranting and raving over.
Telling some on the table about the war now.
Certainly,
Yeah.
living with him, I do feel victimised myself.
Yeah. Well, I think that it does manage to calm them down enough for you to then step in and like smooth things over a bit. But I feel like Uncle Albert and the Ulf's gang are always going to be a bit of a liability to each other because of this sort of thing. But yeah, I think you
fair.
diffuse that situation. So
Nice.
yeah, stress relieved. Everyone feels better, right?
No,
Yeah.
Well,
worse.
I do.
Would you like to do something about it?
I need to go and get some drinks in after this. It's straight over down the Nag's Head, and I'm.
Me too.
Yeah.
Let me join you.
I'm like, come on. I need some creme de menthe and side order of triple slippery nipples and a mudslide and a banana daiquiri. Rack 'em up.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Quite fancy a banana daiquiri. Yeah, cool. So you head down that pub?
The Nag's Head.
Fisher's pub?
Yeah.
Nag's Head, of course.
And I've got the family there, except for Uncle Albert, unless he's tagged along and he's promised to be good, not make things
I
worse.
mean, I hope we didn't just leave him there.
No, we wouldn't have. Still ranting on
God.
about the war.
Yeah. Could get bad.
Yeah, I think as well, you don't see this, but it kind of happens off camera. But like later on, Celine's in that bar in the Felons, did I say it was called?
Kellens.
I've gone the name.
Kellens.
Kellens, and she's asking questions about Uncle Albert, so I'll take this another couple of times. Which is going to happen anyway. I just needed a good excuse for it.
Yeah. Kellensons.
We're sort in here ranting about the war, causing trouble, with a smooth-talking brother. That sounds like Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
Another bit of string goes on the murder board in a lighthouse. Uncle Albert's picture in the middle.
Well, I have done quite well in terms of reducing my stress.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I feel considerably better after a whole range of brightly coloured beverages with an excessive amount of fruit and other accoutrements.
Yeah, I feel like Mike Fisher comes over and is like, you know, Boise was in here earlier.
Oh, not this again. What has he been going on about? What is this big score he's involved in?
He was fucking furious. He said that he'd like lost his garage. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you, Del Boy? You know, the old dog's home. Where he's been
Oh,
keeping his car.
I heard it was condemned.
Yeah, I heard that too, but Boise seems to think that there's foul play involved. Anyway, he's spitting nails at the moment.
Well, what a shame. What a shame. And I'll just have a twinkle in my eye, really, and say, oh, another cherry in that, please.
Yeah, I'll put the cherry on top for you, Del Boy.
Thank you.
I heard that losing this turf has like ruined their status with the Wraiths a little bit.
Oh,
He
dear.
was absolutely furious about it. Spitting nails he was.
What a shame.
And so I'm going to untick that a couple. Because I've had a bad time. Actually, no, I should tick it up only once to keep the suspense on. Yeah, that's how that one works. Sorry. But if you hadn't like gone over and stolen his dog's home, then it would have gone up by 2. So you are throwing a wrench into his plans
Good.
without even knowing, without him doing it on purpose.
Cushy.
And yeah, he puts a cherry on top for you,
Wicked.
metaphorically and figuratively.
Aha!
Is Rodney doing his vice in the same pub, or is he going to the nightclub?
I think I'm going to the nightclub because I want to be alone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I see.
Because I'm scared
okay.
I'll overindulge.
We get the message. We won't come with you.
Yeah. I'll like probably like when you get ready to go home, I'll be like, yeah, I met a bird last time. Like she's not like she has like. I think I might meet her again. I'm gonna.
Make sure you got your keys
go
this
out.
time.
Yes, last time there was an exception. I always have my keys, and I didn't know that you didn't. I didn't know you'd locked the door now.
Well, we have
Like,
to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Uncle
Yeah.
Albert just walks on the veranda reenacting the war. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Can I have your keys? I didn't bring mine.
Spare key.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll bring them next time.
Don't stay out too late.
No, I might sleep over at her place if maybe. No, I mean
Just be careful.
yes.
All right, bro.
Wonderful. So yeah, you head over to that nightclub, whose name I've also forgotten.
It is.
You can tell it's getting late.
It's the Veil.
Oh.
The Veil, yeah, exclusive and spooky nightclub.
Mhm. Oh, I hope
I hope you haven't forgotten your fancy hat that you need to wear.
I haven't. I probably
entry.
planned to go after dinner, so I brought my fancy hat. And
Pop it out, yeah.
yeah.
Tier 1 hat, you know.
Tier 1 now.
Yeah. Tier 1 hat
Yeah.
resources, or like what's my? I have 2 stash, so it's a hat. Let's just say that.
It's still a cheap hat, but it's yeah.
It's a bit steampunk.
So yeah,
It's got cogs on it.
Exactly.
especially for a leech. So yeah, do me a vice roll, and we'll see how well your night goes.
Not a 6, please. Oh no, this is perfect.
5,
Okay.
well done.
5, wow.
Yeah, I'm back to 0.
So
Wow.
which lady would you prefer to be there, out of the bird lady or the psychonaut?
I think Verdron might actually stress me out. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think the bird lady is there, and I'm not getting into her pants or anything. She doesn't want me to go home with her, but she's having an actual conversation with me, and that makes me so happy and feels so good. But yeah, I tell her a bit about I've studied I have multiple degrees. It's like and yeah. And like, what do? You look very well, you're beautiful. Are you in modeling?
Oh, you flatterer, you.
Yeah.
Although, if I do like your new hat, though, that's fantastic. Where did you get it from?
Oh, my brother and I, my brother's a great guy, and I start rambling about us acquiring a whole. I know us exchanging this hat for. No, how we took this hat out of okay, we went to a restaurant earlier with my uncle as well and my brother, and we had a nice dinner, and then you won't believe it, like 5 strong guys, I think they were from that Alf Ironborn, came over to our table and started fighting. We don't even know why. That's like my uncle can be a bit loud, but he means well, and one of them though had. I'm pretty sure he stole this, but one of them had this hat, and we made kind of quick work of them, and now I have that hat, and
Oh, Rodney, you're so brave. And,
Yeah.
kinda cuddles up to you a little bit.
Oh my god, oh my god, all my stress is gone. I'm like,
Yeah. So no, I'm afraid to say I'm not a model. I work as a locksmith, in fact.
oh, that's so interesting.
So random, I know.
That's so interesting. Oh my god, I have a contact that works with locks. Okay, you have to tell me more about your line of work.
Oh, it's quite dreary, really, but it can open some doors.
Oh.
I can see that. Yeah, that's funny.
Did you say that?
Oh no, people! I'm not good at flirting in real life.
No,
so
it's fine.
this
We can
is
stop
all-
there if you like.
No, I mean, I spent the rest of the night talking about. I guess she doesn't want to talk about her work, so I'm not going to talk about locksmithing. But I'll make up some more stories to hopefully impress her and be very happy. And at 3 o'clock I say, "Oh no, my brother told me I have to get home. Oh no, I'm in trouble. I mean, well, family is important to me, so I have to. He gets very anxious when I'm not there, so I need to, be home. It was
What a
lovely
shame.
chatting with you. Oh, what's her name?
She's called Feathers McGee. Feathers. You can call me Feathers.
Oh,
Faye for
Feathers.
short.
She looks like Debbie McGee.
Your name is as beautiful as you are.
She giggles to herself in a way I can't do.
And if I'm ever in need of someone to open some doors for me, whether it be with your stunning beauty or with... Okay, I'll talk to you. I'll... It was great talking to you again. Okay, I go home. Okay, this was the most stressful part of the night, by the way. The score was nothing compared to that.
Yeah. If you'd rolled really badly, I was going to have her and the Psychonaut there at the same time, so that might happen at some point.
Ooh.
But not stress.
I'm not sure if the Psychonaut thinks she's dating me. I don't.
That's true, yeah.
She
We
might
need to get
super
another
jealous,
girlfriend
but-
next time, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a collection.
But we'll see.
So, some punishment for the I met a bird last night pun.
But it was like I would never call a woman a bird, but she has.
No, it was funny. It was good.
Yeah.
Feathers.
Yeah. It was too good to pass.
Yeah. So everyone's done one vice roll. We could stop there because we still have to get through XP. So everyone's done one downtime activity with one left for next time. So we're like sort of halfway through.
Sounds good.
So let's start with the crew XP. Right. Does someone want to press the buttons, or shall I do it? So I just don't want to click it twice,
Never mind,
because
I
then the whole
can
sheet
do it.
explodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can do it unless somebody wants to do it in particular.
You can do it.
Right. Number 1. Did you acquire product supply, execute clandestine or covert sales, or secure new territory?
Yes. And
Hell yeah.
yes.
Yes and yes, I think.
True.
Got a supply of
yeses.
goats. Yeah, and a
Goats.
goat racing track.
Fair enough. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yeah, they're tier 2 for sure.
Yay.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Excuse me. Your reputation's ambitious?
Hell yeah, we must have. The
think
coverts and
so.
that.
Yeah, and they were like, we're working on a big project. No one can deny that.
Are we
All eyes on us.
are we getting towards having a reputation of, I don't know, competent?
I think you're assumed to be competent, roughly. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, a
That's
lot
something
of
you want to strive towards?
No.
all of
Okay.
our ships so far have been scamming people. Like we have. I mean, I guess honest work isn't really appreciated here anyway. But
You might be heading towards a reputation for being savvy for all your
Yeah,
scamming
yeah,
and
smooth.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or subtle is
Yeah.
one as well, which
Oh.
is subtle.
Don't know
yeah,
about
so
subtle.
clever.
I reckon savvy. I like that.
Yeah. Do you think you've got that reputation already, or is it something that's in the works?
I think it's in the works.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might do a clock for it, but I'll do that in a sec.
We love a clock.
I do love a clock. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I feel like this was very much so. Yeah, we're gonna acquire a new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's conflicts between Albert and Del Boy, because Del Boy wanted to do everything smooth and by using his mouth words, but Albert pulled the guns and then nearly did it again later on. So that's all inner conflict. And the constant niggling between Del Boy and Rodney counts, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, mark some for that.
Wicked.
Okay, and then on to individual XPs. Who wants to go first with that?
Me! If no one else says anything.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a good idea so I don't forget you again.
No, it's fine.
Oh god, that's not right. Where are Rodney?
Here I am.
So, did you mark XP for any desperate actions?
I didn't take any, so...
Fair enough. Did you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
Yes, I mean, first of all, I fixed our car, if that counts.
Yeah, that was definitely
Okay,
a
I
thing,
wasn't sure if
I
downtime...
think.
I wasn't sure if downtime counts, but...
Downtime absolutely counts.
Okay.
And free play, it all counts towards these
Okay.
questions.
Nice, nice. Then, yeah, I fixed our car back up after, sure, I did disassemble it, but still. And I guess I put, like, the one... I gave the one dude a migraine. Is that technical?
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, I made a complete mayhem when I busted some kneecaps of the people who were giving us heat from
Oh yes,
the last
so
one.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
So I feel
you
like,
did lower heat with rec, which is quite... Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I'd say I get... So, yeah.
That could be 2.
Okay.
You get the final decision on that.
Yeah, I'll take 2 for that. I'll put them in here
problem.
now, but I might put them into, I don't know, insight or prowess or something later, but for now, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage or background?
I mean, I did flirt a lot. Or, like, try, at least. If that's a thing. I think it's a drive of mine, at least. Apart from
Yeah.
that, barely, though. Like, I didn't do that much on that regard, I think.
Well, heritage is being from the city and being from a working class factory family. And you definitely lent into your academic background by bragging about all your degrees and
Yeah,
things
of
like that.
course.
So, I mean, that does... So that counts, I think.
Sure, I'll just take 1 point for this.
Okay, that's to you. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Not
There
this
were-
time.
Yeah, surprisingly
I need to
little
get you-
issues with them women this time.
I need to get Rodney more girlfriends so they can then cause
Yeah.
issues.
Cause issues, yeah. I think they already do have issues, but, for now,
Yeah,
well, it's all fine.
great. Okay, so before going on to the next person, I need to tick this savvy clock. So I reckon there's at least 2 for the last score because that was a very savvy score. But how much do you think for the... What's the Sad Ken score? Savvy? You think?
Well,
That can score. Yeah, Nobble
Yeah.
in the goat race and all that.
I gotta look up what exactly savvy means.
I think sort of...
Like smart.
Yeah, like, I do think we're mostly, like,
it's
Some
social,
good ideas, like
social smarts.
yeah. We were
Alright,
very
well-
creative.
yeah.
I guess the opposite of savvy would be going in and shooting everyone and like
Yeah,
shooting
just barging in.
all the other goats or whatever, and
Yeah.
being unsavvy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was shrewd, right? To
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how we executed it. We used good judgment. I think that's savvy.
Yeah,
Mm.
and we're pretty good at thinking on our feet, I feel like. Or at least you are.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've
Yeah.
ticked it 4 times, so twice for this score, twice for the one before. So you're like
Nice.
halfway there. That's another one you can do a
Oh.
project for if you so wish, but I think it'll fill up from your usual hijinks.
That feels appropriate.
All right. Who's next on the XP train?
Right.
Go on, Uncle.
All right. Did you have any desperate rolls?
No.
Fair enough.
I don't.
Did you address a challenge with tracking or violence?
Yes. Tracking for surveying the building again.
Oh yeah.
And then, did we violent anybody?
I mean, you could argue that you screaming at everyone to leave us alone when reducing
Yeah.
the heat.
Brandishing
You
guns
did draw
everywhere.
pistols.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could say that's.
Yeah.
So at least one,
Yeah,
maybe
take
two, at your discretion. So.
Cool.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
So we heard
As a
about.
Navy boy and factory
What
worker.
about during the war?
Yeah.
Once or twice.
Yeah,
Did you
maybe
mention
once
that?
or twice. Yeah.
Right,
I
fair
think
enough.
maybe I did.
Did you mention the war?
Not sure about that.
Let's think about it. And go through all the stories again.
Great. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or your haunted trauma during the session?
Reliving
The
constantly
The
tripping
war.
out about the war and stuff. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so you get one or two from that if you think you did it, if it happened a lot.
Yeah, I think in the fellow with the Tannoys room, and then in the Scotland pub at least, and probably
Yeah.
a few more times.
You did cause a lot of trouble in the Scotland pub for sure. So yeah, you're taking an advancement. That's cool. I think.
Yeah. Have a think about.
Yeah, perfect. Right, let's move on to Del Boy.
Righty.
All sixes trotter.
All sixes, all
Yeah.
the time.
Number of the beast.
Yeah. No consequences trotter.
Yeah.
There was a consequence for one, but yeah. Okay, I stand by.
Right, did you mark off all your desperate actions? I think you had one.
I had one and I've marked that off.
Perfect. Did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
God, yes.
Yeah. Did you do it a lot?
I think all the time.
Yeah, literally constant.
Constantly,
So yeah, you get
yeah.
a couple XP for that.
Alright, I'll take that.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Also an Acarosian factory worker with a background of factory work.
Has taken over a former factory.
You did, yeah.
Yes.
So it's like I'm a mockery to my own heritage.
That's fine. And I think you've shown your beliefs and drives as well. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
having the money hoarded and like spending it on all the things you want it to be spent on.
Yeah.
The mastermind. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
No, not really. It's more like I struggled with the vice and traumas of my uncle. Uncle
Yes.
Albert, more
Sadly, you don't get rewarded for that.
No.
But, I'm sure he appreciates it deep down.
I do, son, I do.
Groovy. So have you got another advancement as well?
I have. I'm gonna get a playbook advancement.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you're not sure what you want immediately, then we'll deal with that at the beginning of the next session. Just make a note on your notes. 1 times advancement or something.
Yep.
And I think we're done with 1.5 downtime sessions and the easiest score in history. Well, at least you made it look easy. So yeah, good job.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear